Welcome everybody, my name is Ryan and we are playing Vintage Story today. This is episode 44 and we are back home after clearing the Resonance archives. And let me tell you, I've been busy. You can actually see here a little bit that my character's got some different accessories on too. And if I took off the armor, yeah, we've even got a crown on and stuff. In fact, let's do that. Let's take the armor off. And boom, there we go. Yeah, like I said, we're outfitted pretty good. He's styling not bad. You still can't see the crown on there. Oh, wait a second. I think I like the crown look way better than the leather hood here. Stained leather poncho. No. We're going with the princess crown, baby. Let's do this. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a mod that allows us to still wear the armor while able to see the underlying stuff, which I definitely need to do. But for now, we'll just put this back on. Yeah, we're not really seeing much of the character anyway for the majority of our episodes, are we? But, oh, guys, I've been really busy. Just focused on the animals, picking fruit, berries, and oh, what is this? Yes, the fruit. Some of the fruit trees have been giving apples and pears, and in fact, I've started squeezing some of that. So you can see I've run out of barrels here. I've got rot going. We've got cheese being made over here. I've got a barrel of honey. So yeah, I've had to bring down some extra stuff. Oh, and I've even been drying some of my berries too. Where did I put that? I think it's in here. Yeah, this was a recommendation from a commenter, so big shout out. Thanks to everybody who leaves me tips and stuff. It's really helpful, but these definitely help increase the shelf life, but it's not like a significant amount. You know, it'll get us through the winter. Probably we'll still be able to have fruit, but I think like a pear stored down here is, yeah, it's almost double that time, but still cooking them up in the oven, or I should say drying them in the oven, that's really helpful. And it's good to do while you're making pies and stuff. But oh, speaking of making, I've been also working on a bunch of chain mail. Well, chains, I should say, to repair our mail because it got pretty beat up in the Resonance archive. So let's come upstairs. For anybody who missed it, yep, spoilers here, we've got some loot. Most of this, well, that right there, it's not from the Resonance archives, but yeah, a lot of this stuff is just for looks. Over here, yeah, this right here is the real prize. This, of course, is what we're going to take to the treasure hunter, which will then, I think, start to progress the story again. And I think we can get the elk afterwards, but we've got a couple things to do first. Like I said, I really want to get the iron chainmail repaired because we've also got some loot right here. During our excursion and fighting the boss and stuff, we picked up several temporal gears, so I literally have enough to repair 2 more translocators, which we're gonna do. And just as a side note too, I was looking at mods for translocators, which is a lot of fun, and I'm excited to try one in particular out. It's a newer mod. Pretty sure it just came out a couple of days ago as of the recording of this. It's in beta. It's called the Translocator Relocator. And of course, just as the name suggests, you can move translocators, but it does require a steel pickaxe, so that's something we're going to have to really get focused on, is getting our steel production. But what it also allows you to do is link translocators with a key code. So if you set the key code, it's like a number series on one, and then travel with another one in your inventory, set it down and set that same key code, those 2 translocators will be linked. And they won't teleport you to like a random location. But what we could do with that is, you know, set one up here, probably several here at the home base, and then we would travel far, far south into the arid desert regions of the world where, you know, beyond where we've ever explored, and we could establish a base there and have a settlement. We can just literally step between the two with the translocator. And honestly, I think that's really cool. I like the base game translocators. The randomness is fun. And I'm hoping we can use that today, maybe to find some limestone. But like I say, ultimately, once we get steel, we're going to start setting up like a translocator hub. You know, we'll move some around, like I said, down south. Maybe, heck, we'll even go up north. See if we can't set up a northern pole base and get some polar bear skins or something. I don't know. It'll be fun to experiment. But so, like I said, we've got a lot planned for today. Unfortunately, steel. I think actually we might be able to get some of that done. Check this out. I made some mortar, and believe it or not, this stuff produces in higher quantities than I expected. I have 120 plus another 30, or I'm sorry, 160 plus another 32 stack of mortar. So we could actually probably whip up like a beehive kiln and get our steel production going. But tell you what, I think we're going to just put the beehive kiln on hold and focus on steel. Now, I will build both, but yeah, and I think we'll probably put our steel furnace, whatever you want to call it. It's got a proper name. We'll just call it the steel furnace. That's going to go here. Yeah, because I've got much greater need for steel than I do for making like large-scale pottery and stuff. But eventually I just want to build all the buildings. But yeah, we're going to focus on steel. It's probably going to be a multi-episode process. We'll see. We'll see how lucky we can get. Technically, I think I could do it with the tier 1 bricks. You know, I've been reading the wiki, and this will just need to be replaced more often as these bricks get damaged. But if we get lucky and come across the right materials, like olivine and something else, yeah, we can make those higher tier bricks. But either way, enough talking. Let me get situated. Maybe we'll squeeze a little fruit, but then we are going to be magically transporting to parts unknown. Okay, well, before we head out and go investigate some new areas, we do need to repair and maybe even do a little crafting. I almost forgot about the glider schematic that we've got. There it is. So here's the hidden recipe for the glider. Again, spoilers. But I think you actually need, the glider schematic to make this, which I did copy it. I've got the copy on display in our room, sitting on a table. Oh, I need some linen. So I think I have a couple. Yeah, let's make this first. Then we're going to repair some of our chainmail. So yeah, I definitely want to be wearing that when we go through a translocator. I've already whipped up. Oh my god, I need sticks here too. Gosh, hold on. All right, there we go. So the glider is now in our inventory. Oh good, the glider schematic was not absorbed. Okay, that's interesting. I think it's simple to duplicate them. I think that's for multiplayer. But okay, we'll have to test that out. I guess we could do it now, but first things first. Yeah, let's get some stuff repaired here. So, I always forget this. It's kind of weird to repair these. Let's put this in the grid like that. Some chain. There we go. Wow, that just absorbed a lot of chain. Oh boy. Where's the other piece? There it is. Yeah, okay, same deal here. Whew, oh my god, that almost used all my chain. Hold on, and this one, yeah. Okay, there we go. Well, we got a little bit left over, but this stuff's looking much better. So let's actually put that on our character. I always find it's easier to do it from the hotbar. We just right-click, and then I can come out here. Oh, this stuff needs to be repaired too, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think we just need to whip up some of this. And is that correct? Let's see, where did it go? Yep, there we are. All right, quick and easy. Boom. Nice. If nothing else, it makes it look a little nicer, you know? It's not so tattered looking. So we'll go out here and replace this on the mannequin. Hello, the haunted mannequin. And there it is, looking good. Alright, so I've got a few things to dispose of, or put away, I should say, but we've got our ladders, we've got some poultice, we got this, oh yeah, and of course, we're going to be needing these too. Now, I think I'm going to bring the gears, this stuff I'm going to put away, but yeah, one of our translocators, and it's very close, it's easy to get to, is a treasure hunter. It leads us right to that. So I think we will go ahead and visit him and progress with this guy's head to the strange apparatus. Looks like something the treasure hunters should be interested in. So yeah, that'll be our first stop through a known translocator, but then I promise after that we're going to parts unknown. Well, before we go below ground, thought I'd show this off to you guys. We got super lucky, and our very first cherry tree took without a problem. So I've still got 2 cuttings saved up in the chest back inside, but we won't be using those right away. I'm not sure where I want to plant it, but I do look forward to seeing that cherry tree grown to full. But here we go. Like I said, our first trip is through the known translocator. Actually, we do have 2 now that I've repaired, but this is probably the most handy. Gosh, look at this fog. All right, let's go trade the, what's it called? Treasure hunter trader. Here we come. Are we underground? Oh, please tell me I brought my lantern. There it is. Okay, we're good. Yeah, now this spot, I've got to go climb the staircase of doom. All right, we made it above ground safely. The sun is setting, but that's not a problem. We're just coming over here for a brief conversation. I actually thought about it too. I hope I don't need to bring like another tin pickaxe. Yeah, tin bronze. But we'll find out. So, okay. Novan, could you remind me? I went to the ruin you mentioned. There it is. All right, let's see what he says. The structure, you did tell me about it. What did you find? The structure housed a massive device and a library. I heard a voice there who bade me to seek him out. He gave me a list of names. Names? What were they? Perhaps I've heard them. All right, let's just go down the list here. Nadia. A person, perhaps someone very knowledgeable, but I've never heard of them. The spoils? I've only ever heard... God, he's so loud. Hold on a second. That's a little bit too much there. Is that entity? Probably. Alright, there we go. We're better. And... Alright, the spoils. I've only heard tell. Seems like an awful place. Perhaps another option, the lazarette. I know this one. Strange place full of stone and monsters. Let me see here. This will show you the way. Alright, anything else you can tell me about it? Only that it's quite a distance away. You'd best be prepared for a long journey, or perhaps I can help with that. I have an elk that I could part with. He would be a loyal companion to you on your journey as thanks for your information. I'll only part with him for 100 years. You'll need a saddle and a bridle too. Okay, good. I was going to say, I'm kind of hoping we don't have to take him now. Not really prepared for that, but yeah, this will work because we can just sail our boat up here to get the elk eventually. Let's see, need a saddle, okay. How much would it cost if I gave you this treasure I found? Oh my, that's a very intriguing find you got there. You've a mind for bartering, friend. Give me that artifact and I'll take 50 gears off the elk. Have you got a saddle and bridle with you? No, I don't. Ah, well, I can't rightly sell to you without that. You'll need the saddle, yada yada. Okay, so good. We've got ourselves an elk, potentially. We'll have to make the saddle and bridle. Shouldn't be too hard, I imagine. We'll see. Let's go back. I want to ask him about some of the other places. The Cardinals. No idea where it is. The Quiet. Okay, so, yeah. The Lazarette. Oh, calm down, please. Alright, so we now know the location of the Lazarette. I did actually bring a bunch of gears. Just in case. Yeah, let's see what he's got, actually. Because I've got 2 sacks and some stuff stored here to trade with him. Yeah, good. We can sell some of it. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, shut up. Alright, we'll do a couple of those. Now, what can we buy? Oh. I kind of want those. I mean, I've got a pumpkin seed already. Oh, that's right. We need to plant that today, don't we? Well, we'll try this. Let's see. All these paintings. 10 gears. Oh, my God. I already have the elk. All right, give me underwater, you jerk. Wait, what? Did I get it? What happened there? Why didn't it? Do I need to push by, I guess? Oh, that's weird. Okay, we've got it. And yeah, I should have brought some bread with me, but that's okay. Not to worry. We did a good trade, and we've got the knowledge we need. Let's see. So, where is it? There's the Resonance Archives. Oh, no, that's not it. Wait a second. How do I know where it's at? It's not any of those, is it? Wait a second. Okay, so I talked to him again, and he gave me a letter. Okay, now we've got the... I don't know why I didn't get that the first time. I feel like he should have given me that. Okay, anyway, should I just store the head here? We're headed home. I can put it back at home. I don't feel comfortable leaving something that important here. Let's see. Okay, so now... Where's the... Oh, here it is. It's pink. Yeah, the lazarette. Wow. It is a good distance, but it's to the east, which... maybe we can sail there. I don't know. Obviously, that's going to be a whole thing in and of itself, trying to figure out where that's at. But I think it's late enough. I can go ahead and sleep here, curl up next to the NPC, and then we're going to take the next translocator. But this one, finally, is going to be to a new location. Well, okay, here it is. Took me a minute to find it back here. Let's see if I can't just mark it. So if we go backtrack, because there's a second one in here that I've already repaired. Okay, so here's the exit. What's up, little guy? Been killing a lot of these dudes. Of course, I come back into the main chamber and I get ambushed. Let's go line aside a couple of these guys. Maybe we can get them to drop down in here with us, but we could just go repair it probably. Let's see here. Come on. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, wow. Look at this. 2 of those guys. This creepy crawly dude. So it's over here. I stupidly didn't bring a stack of dirt with me. Let's see. I was going to lay this regular gear over here, though. So let's do it like right here. Alright, kind of remind me. I'll get some dirt blocks and replace that, but I happen to get that gear while we're in here. Okay. Yeah, and eventually, like I said, we're going to install that mod and move these and use them for our own purposes. But for right now, we'll test it out. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some limestone. Alright, let's see. Okay, we need the scrap first. Boom, there it is. So it's going to charge up here. Let's just... guard it, make sure nothing's coming at us. Is it working? Yep, repaired. There it goes. Alright, let's see where we end up here, people. Ooh, okay, we got some loot. Ooh, I just clipped into something. Yeah. What's in here? Arrows, pants, burnt out torch, elk medallion. To claim ownership. Really? Wait. So we just found that? Wouldn't I normally have to get that from the trader? Well, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know too much about the elk, to be honest. But alright, I'll clear this place out. Let's just peek around here. Jeez, look at that. Okay, well, that actually kind of creates a little, like, barrier for us. So I kind of like that. Let's see. We're just going to start climbing right here, I guess. So let's get... I definitely brought enough ladders. Alright, here we go. Oh, I guess we should probably look at the map, too, just for the sake of curiosity. Let's make sure we're not under the ocean. Alright, where are we? Haha, okay, cool. We're definitely... Looks like a trader right there. What is this? Maybe a ruin structure? Okay, so we are to the south. Or no, maybe this is directly west? Kind of. Let's place the translocator symbol there. Okay. For now, no. No, let's go back. For now, I'm going to pin this. Good. Okay, so if we scroll all the way out, Well, that's not really that far at all, is it? It's actually much closer than the other one. Yeah. That's another position. Huh. Interesting. Well, like I said, still, let's just peek our heads out. What could that be? We'll explore the area, talk to that trader. Yeah. And, like I said, there's still at least one more translocator back home that we can repair. Well, I might be wrong, but I think this is just a massive oak tree showing up on the map here. Unfortunately, no ruins at this location that I'm seeing, but interesting landscape, not too different from home. But yeah, like I said, there is a trader to the north a little bit. Let's go check him out. Okay, here he is. Hello there, good sir. Furniture trader. All right. Didn't actually bring much of anything here, but, well, the glass would be good. Wow, nails and strips. Made of copper. Yeah, I could do a bunch of those, to be honest. Oh, that's a cool painting. I like that. I love all these paintings. Ooh, that one's really nice. Oh, gosh. All right, so that's all I'm really interested in. We'll, of course, mark him. Is there anything else we want to check out? This is probably a patch of flowers or maybe a tree with red foliage. Although it's a little bit earlier for that in the season, but I almost feel like we should probably check that out. If it's like a hot spring or something really interesting, yeah, that could be a benefit to us. I don't think I'm seeing any limestone. Now, these really pure white circles, those are actually holes in the ground. Well, all right. Like I said, I'm not going to give up. We'll hit a couple points on the map, and anything really interesting, you guys will be the first to see it. Okay, here we go. Just got a little ruined structure here. This is really close. Oh, and I didn't open that one yet that has seeds in it. I was going to save that. We'll do that when we go to plant our pumpkins later. But not much here, is there? Let me dig around. I ended up with one bony soil, but that's good. I've got a stack, I don't know, about 11 or so. Oh, sweet. Another one. Yeah. So I've got a bit more back home. You know what that means, too. We've got some panning in our future. Yeah, once you find one, it really motivates you to do some digging. So let's see what we can find back here. I think there's a bit more. Oh, here we go. Flint tools, worthless. I chopped a couple maple trees down right at the side of our exit from the underground to make it a little bit easier to see. Oh, that's seeds. Looks like onion to me. Yeah, I'll still take it. Alright, interesting, but yeah, that's it for the ruins. Let's keep moving, see what else this place has. Oh, I was right. It's a red maple tree. Ah, well. Yep, that's what it was. Not to worry. Not seeing too much else of interest around here. Just a bunch of flowers. Yeah, this is definitely kind of boring. Not to worry. There is a ruin or two around here, and I should probably take some samples too, some pro pics in this general region, just to see. So yeah, we'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll dig down to bedrock here. Ah, look at that. Exactly what we want. And yeah, we'll get some bony soil in the process, and I'll take a pro pic sample. Got some granite sands. Yeah, so far the translocators have yet to put us anywhere that's like really unique or super interesting, but not to worry. That just means we're going to have to do that kind of searching ourselves. All right, let's try this. Hoping for something maybe exotic. Maybe some olivine or something that would help us. Is this going to be too close? Yeah, that's too close. All right, we'll dig ourselves a little bit further this way. All right. native copper, limonite. Well, there we go. Cinnabar, cassiterite. So the limonite is... Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. When pulverized, turns into crushed limonite. Oh, we make titanium. But this is one of the ingredients, in the tier 3 refractory brick. So I'm pretty sure we would need olivine too to make that viable. But still, that's good. That's what I was hoping for. Something directly related to steel making. And we got some red clay there. But I should probably mark it too. All right. It's not totally hopeless here, is it? Yeah. I think I'll return, maybe take another sample real close. I mean, shoot, I can just go below ground and take a sample. But yeah, we'll see if there's any interesting metals or ore. I did, in fact, bring the mining bag, just in case. Whew, yes, I just got another temporal gear. That's right. So I'm down here trying to find the other translocator, but I don't know where it's at exactly. And I think it's here somewhere. God, it's so dark down here too. It's crazy. But, saltpeter. Oh my God. Where are we even? Oh, that little silver. I want that, but damn. I'm almost feeling like we're lost right now, but I don't think that's the case. Let's see, let's check over here. Okay, no, that's just more saltpeter. Yeah, I think it's actually foggy out right now, and it seems to be affecting the indoor lighting too. It's kind of wild, but we got two light sources going. You can see I've got burnt out torches everywhere around here. Just look. Yeah, see the fog? It's weird. Yeah, we're right by the surface here, so this is an alternate way in. Yeah, I know exactly where we're at now, but I don't know where that other translocator is just yet, but I haven't given up. We'll find it, I promise. Oh, we got a bell. We got a bell, people. Oh, this could be seriously bad. Come on. I haven't gotten hit yet, but got a little bit of healing. Supposed to get right behind him, but this guy's not making it easy. There we go. Wow, that's crazy. He didn't summon a single dude. Okay, we got a Jonas part. This is not... Okay, that's already... Yeah, this is not where the translocator's at. I might just start breaking stuff here. I've got a little bit of room. Let's see if I can get any of this stuff. That bottle is something I've seen back at the Resonance Archives. Oh, no way. Fancy aged carved acacia log. Those are going to be cool. Alright, let's see. Well... Is there an upstairs? I don't see it yet. Alright, let me just see what we can get out of this place. Oh, I did get that little bottle. Artistic bottle. Nice. That's 2 of them. Okay, well, I ended up with some rose quartz. First time I've ever seen that before. Tall display case, regular display case. I love the wood, although it doesn't stack, which is annoying. I think I'm going to leave these display cases here. Just don't really need them. We can make those fairly easily, but alright. Yeah, my temporal stability is starting to become a concern here. Let's just push on a little bit. I'm hoping... Damn it. Dead end. I was going to say, I'm hoping the temporal translocator is back this way. Oh, we got lucky finding that bell, didn't we? Ooh, wow. Oh, I bet you that's where they all spawned, was below me. That was kind of lucky. Damn. I could be mistaken, but I swear that there was a 4th translocator somewhere. Oh, we got Bat Boy. Well, I'm going to keep going until either my bandages run out or my sword breaks, because it's actually really close. 181, I think we'll be okay. But yeah, I'm going to keep searching until I find it. Or, like I say, something bad happens. Okay, unfortunately, yeah, I just decided to give up. I couldn't find it down there. I might be in the wrong place, so I have to do some searching offline. But, well, we got to check at least one. There we go, close that up. And I did get a Jonas part from the bell, some other interesting stuff. Let's go ahead and display the quartz. And I guess we'll put this bottle out here too. But we've still got some important, very important stuff to be working on. Let me move it to like the back. There we go. That looks a little better like that. Rose quartz will go there. Beautiful. We'll just put this chunk of silver in there. Trying to keep this, displays full. Alright, I've got I got 3 more of the temporal gears in those fights down there. So, I mean, it was worth it going down there. But we'll have to put it away for now. Yeah, let me stash some stuff. And then, like I said, we've got a couple of really important tasks to get to today. Okay, well, first things first, very important, check on the animals. And unfortunately, it looks like the little one grew up to be a male. So, look at that, full barrel of milk. Let's go ahead and we'll grab the butcher's knife for this guy. Yeah, can I get it? We don't need males, we need females. So that just means we have to be patient and let this one here have another baby. There he is. Okay, yeah, one good hit and he's done. Alright, see how much meat we get for him. Not bad, 13. Okay, let's check on the goat. Should be able to get some milk there too. Well, these goats are looking good. They got a bird in there somehow. I don't know how the heck that guy got in there, but I need to keep feeding them. They'll eventually start to produce. Let's see here. Okay, so the little ones haven't grown yet. Just means we'll keep the mothers around for a while, but these guys are a little trickier, but eventually they will stand still. Be careful. There we go. See how she kind of calms for a moment? Gives us time. Beautiful. Get this one too over here. There we go. They're not truly domesticated, obviously, but it does seem after the 3rd generation it becomes fairly reliable. Like, I mean, you can see they're still terrified of me, so that's, like I say, not true domestication, but they almost never get stressed enough to, like, not produce milk anymore. But, okay, that aside, we've tended to our animals. I'll put the meat and the milk away later. Now, it's time to go plant a few seeds. But first things first. Oh, we got more cabbage seeds. Interesting. Okay. Well, I was hoping for pumpkin just to increase our chances of, like, propagating, this pumpkin crop in a serious way. But, it's alright. I think we'll be okay. So let's come over here. I want to kind of keep it close to my other agriculture, but we're going to do something a little special here. Okay, that's fine. I don't have any dirt, but we'll just do it like right here. Actually, we want to give it a nice, good plot of land to work around. Okay, so I'm going to dig a little hole, and that'll be for water. Perfect. Now we want, let's put it right here. Okay, and break out the, you know what am I doing? Take that out, actually. And grab the bucket. Terra Preta. I'm glad I didn't make that mistake. I think we can initially get the seed back if we do make the mistake, but there we go. So we've got moist farmland. There it is. Look at the nutrient levels on that baby. Boom. Okay. There we go. Our pumpkin seed has been planted. I think let's just dig this back a little bit. Probably not going to be necessary, but give it as much space as possible. Now over here, we're going to do something similar. Just fill that in. Yeah, but the rice seed I've got is not really as precious, and I don't even think it needs a whole bunch of room, but since we're over here, we're just going to plant the rice right there. Yeah, because that's the only seed I have for rice, so try and get us as big a crop yield as possible. Now the cabbages, let's see. Required nutrient is in nitrogen. I recently went through and harvested a bunch of stuff that was, mature and then replanted. So you can see there's not a lot of empty farmland around here, but that's okay. We'll get the cabbages in the ground for sure. These are what's an important one, though. Yeah, I want to get that stuff propagated. Cabbages, we could, in fact, wait for next year if we really wanted, but it's still July. Let's check over here. And we got a real wind blowing right now. Yeah, see, everything's been filled in. Trying to stay up with it while the weather's good and stuff, so not to worry. We'll deal with our cabbages at another time. But like I said, I think we're gonna try and get some steel production started. Not the actual production, but we're gonna work on the building itself here. Well, a couple of the components we need for steel making are known as coffins. Oops, no B in that. Not this coffin, but these. The granite stone coffin section. So we need some granite rock, the whole blocks, and I feel like... Oh, is it the lid we need too? Oh, we need some powdered borax. That's not a problem. I got plenty of borax. Yeah, so we'll get quite a few of these blocks here. I'm going to do some chiseling and stuff too. And you can see I've been clearing this out here. In fact, I've been using a mod, which is new to me. But I've started to, what is it called? The stone? No, it's the Quarry mod. That's what it is. Yeah, so I whipped up, how do I pick these up again here? I think we have to break them. Yeah. I whipped up a bunch of copper plugs, spitter plugs. We've got a couple different chisels here, the finishing one and the wedge. Finishing gives us like polished stone. I think the wedge just gives us regular, and of course we need the hammer too. We'll deal with those in a second, but this is a really cool mod. So let's see, I definitely need some dirt when coming over here. Nice little stack of dirt, it's really helpful. Some sort of scaffolding. Of course, a lot of people like using hay. That's helpful too. Just my hay is in very short supply. But just to kind of show this off now, the quality metal you use actually does affect the size at which you can break blocks here. Let's put these over there. Alright, let's so we're gonna go for this 4x4 section here. Real interesting. I just need to be able to get up here in front of it. And I hope that works. You know what? I think it needs to be... Yeah, it needs to be in the proper position. Okay, there we go. Now we'll right-click, hammer those in. Let's remove these little blocks. Now we'll hammer these. Boom. Alright, very cool. So it doesn't drop the blocks immediately. And I had to experiment a little bit with this. There it is. So it brings up these little, basically palletized stones. It's interesting. So you'll place these. Yeah. You can see there's just little stones on the pallets. The slabs is what they are. And now we'll grab our wedge. No, I want this one. Yeah. Alright. And you can see the tool tips here. Cut rock, cut stones, polished, cut bricks. Actually, I think... Cut stones. Oh, I think I need to whip up another hammer. Yeah, we've got the wrong kind of hammer here. Cut rock. No, I'm misinterpreting it. I think what we actually need is just a chisel. Let me go grab one. Okay, let's try this. Ooh, does this need to be in the offhand? I think it looks like a chisel, the second from the top, but I think it's actually its own special tool. Yeah. Alright, so not to worry, we're going to have to do a little bit of blacksmithing. Actually, I'm going to leave this particular hammer here. But not to worry, because another one of the components we're going to need, other than the granite blocks, well, there's quite a few, but one of the big ones is an iron door. So let's hop over here. See, I've got 7 plates. Those are basically for making strips and nails, which we will also need. And we're going to be making chain with a lot of these. But other than that, I've got 12 ingots, and there's some blooms upstairs. I think in terms of building the furnace itself, we'll have enough iron, but before we do our first actual load of steel, we're oh shoot, I'm missing one of these. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to go on an iron hunt and dig up a whole bunch more hematite for sure. But alright, let me get a couple things sorted, and like I said, we're going to do some blacksmithing. Okay, things are going strong up here. Like I said, heavy duty blacksmithing. I realized that, hold on, let's move away from these. So loud. But I realized that the iron door is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It's literally just made out of several iron plates. Boom, look at that. Yeah, I thought it was going to be some heavy duty project I'd have to smith out on the anvil. So that's kind of a relief. Boop. Let me grab this. Let's keep switching. I'm trying to get all these blooms that I've got basically left over now worked. But I'm also making more plates up here. Let's go. Give me that. 1400. Alright, that'll work. Oh. Oh no, look at that. Oh shoot. The wind literally just died. Yep, transmission's still engaged. No, wind is dead. You can see it down there, 1%, 0%. God, just cut off like that instantly. Well, not to worry. We've got a bit of a waste here going with some of the charcoal. These are going to need to be picked up, I think. Right? Yeah. I don't want to leave those sitting there. But we can just reheat that. We can put them in the forge, I think. That'll be safe. Yeah, the rest of the stuff, I'll just bin it. Not throw it away, just put it in there. And yeah, okay, so you can see I've been busy too, just whipping up some background tools, some backup tools, I should say. But the iron rough cut chisel, that's what we wanted for the stone quarry. You can see it listed under the mod there. So let's put those away. Yep, let's go back downstairs to our proper blacksmith, and we're going to hammer out some nails and strips, and then we're going to make that iron door. Okay, so I was able to hammer out one nail and strip set, but then the plates cooled off. You can see we've got some flint over here. Yeah, this is kind of my chest. I've got a bunch of the refractory bricks, so let's grab those. The iron hatch, this is for the beehive kiln, so we'll leave that for now. Yeah, like I said, we're focused, we're shifting gear to the steel. I think we need just a little bit of mortar, just like under 30. Oh, wow. Okay, these are getting red hot. I can't actually remember if I needed the nails and strips for any reason. Oh, I think I was making these, yeah, for that saddle too. I had looked at that. That's the reason I keep talking about nails and strips. Some of you guys are probably like, what? He doesn't need nails and strips for making steel. What's he talking about? No, I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. I also want to make that saddle too. Plus, a couple extra chests wouldn't be a bad thing. Can tell you, nails and strips, that's one of those items you really can't have too much of. But all right, let me hammer this out and the rest of these before they cool, and then we'll make the door. And maybe by then the sun will be coming up and we can actually start to lay the groundwork for this building. And next step, let's get some of these blocks here. Do I have to have the hammer? There it is. I love this mechanic, how these blocks come flying off the pallets like that. But, okay, perfect. Just what we wanted. Ooh, 6. I don't think that's quite enough. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out a few more. But don't worry. Next time I see you, we will be putting together the iron door. In fact, wait, what the hell? We'll just do it right now. Boom. Okay, we got the iron door. So let me, get a few more granite blocks. And next time I see you, we'll start to assemble the building. All right, we are standing over here just outside the orchard, and look at this. I can see I missed a couple spots with apples on them. So yeah, I've been very dutifully harvesting all the apples, And for any of those who might have been watching my first season, my first playthrough of the game, look at that, so careless. Yeah, I haven't been destroying or punching the limbs. This time, all you have to do is go up and just right-click. Okay, we've only got 11 days on this one. Oh my gosh, so easy to get distracted, people. Hold on. I've got too much stuff. I'll do that later. Yeah, we won't worry about apples. We're here for bricks and steel. Let's do this. So, man, oh man, this mortar came really tough. Now, remember, I never found limestone. We just got this basically from a couple seashells I collected and lime that I found in ruins. So, it's really important to get underground, start exploring, because you can find some really necessary resources you might not otherwise see. So, that and the mortar makes, or the lime, slate lime makes quite a bit. So first it says we need 2 gratings. Oh, it gives us 3 right off the bat. Okay, hold on. Let's see, do we just hit H to look at that? Crematorium furnace, is that? Yeah, steel making. So this is what it's called. Either way, doesn't matter. 65 blocks of refractory bricks. Okay, and we're doing tier 1, 6 refractory brick gratings. Oh, okay, I need another one. We got the iron door, stone coffin sections. Let's make those real quick here. Well, let's actually get those other gratings. The mortar. Okay, good. Close it, open it back up, and all right. 3. Hammer. Chisel. And I think it said we want 2 lids, right? Whoops. Yeah. Oh, the powdered borax. Whoops, 1 second. All right, there we go. So we've got plenty of powdered borax now, just in case. I don't think the coffins get damaged, but yeah, we will have to replace these bricks each time we go through this process, apparently, and that's what the higher tiers are for. Yeah, because we got tier 1, 3rd tier would be the best, but either way, let's see. Okay, so let's get the guide open again here for steel making, and so it says place 3 by 2 floor of grating in the middle of it. Place both stone coffin sections in opposing directions. Okay. Alright, this is what we want to get to. With Control plus right mouse, click on the stone coffin. You will see an outline showing you where to place remaining refractory bricks. That'll be helpful. That's what we want to do. So 3 by 2 floor of grating in the middle. Place both stone coffin sections in opposing directions. Okay, so I watched a bit of a guide here. I think I know what we're supposed to do. And I guess we're not going to follow exactly what the guide says. I should say I watched a video guide. There we go. And we... that's not what we want. So that goes like that. Yeah. And that, and now, oh, there it is. Okay. Yes, and we should be able to see tooltip show structure preview, hide structure preview. Okay. Am I turning it? Well, either way, there it is. Now, structure is not complete. Okay, just hit it. 59 blocks or missing or wrong. Okay. So that's another thing I realized too, is I definitely don't have enough refractory bricks, but I did go ahead and whip up a couple of batches. So those are cooking. Right now what I'm short on is the quartz. Yeah, I'm going to need to go dig out some quartz, which really isn't a problem. It's just going to take a little time to cook up the rest of the bricks. So I knew this would be a multi-stage process. And like I said, we'll still have to go get some hematite before we really actually get this thing going. But maybe we can at least fill it out. So this is definitely different than the sailboat. I thought it would be similar in the sense that you would just click it and the resources would kind of be taken out of your inventory for you. But no, this way we actually place the blocks, which is kind of interesting. Might be a little bit difficult to see maybe for some folks, but let's see. There might be mods out there which make this thing more visible. I don't know. Oh, that's it. Okay, no more blocks. Now, is that really the right size, though? Because it said a 3x2. I don't know. I just watched the guide up to a certain point, but, well, not to worry. I guess the door goes right here, doesn't it? Honestly, I don't love that. I think, can we take these down? Okay, good. We get the full block back, yeah. Well, I'm going to play with it a little bit, probably move it around. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Should it be bigger? Because it said 3x2. This is a 1x2. So I'm not sure. Like I said, I'll watch a couple more video guides out there and stuff. And at the least, I'm going to get the door facing right here, probably. Yeah, I'll try and get this thing positioned a little bit better. I'm sure we can control it. I'll just have to figure out exactly what does that. But, whew, guys, it's been a busy episode, no doubt about it. We've got a lot accomplished, even though I think there's still an elusive translocator out there that I need to find. So I'll work on that. And, of course, I'm going to be cooking up a lot more refractory bricks. And we're going to get this steel going. I'm really determined on it. But really appreciate you guys coming by today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're a new viewer. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning into the video, everybody. I just want to take a brief moment to recognize my Patreons. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Your donations really do help make my work here on YouTube possible. And if anybody else out there would like to support the channel, the link to my Patreon is down in the description of this video. You can join our Discord, meet me and the other Patreons with our small and friendly community. Thank you once again.